Welcome to another episode of Henny Goes Outside. We have arrived at our spot for the night. It is another familiar area. I've been here one other time. Last time I was here, though, was the winter time. If anybody has watched any of my previous episodes, there was a spot that had a makeshift, like little bushcraft shelter that somebody had tried setting up at one point in time, and I had put my tent like in that little area. I put a tarp over it to help keep the snow from falling out that was coming off the trees that night. I'm in that area again. However, I will not be setting my tent up in that little bushcraft area. I'm actually going to probably set it up behind me here. I'm going to be using the dune tent. I know it's a 4-season tent, but one of the things that intrigued me about it whenever I initially did get it was just the fact that it had a bunch of ventilation in there, so it's going to probably be great for a night like tonight. As of right now, no fancy or not fancy, but like no severe weather or anything like that supposed to be coming around. They did say it's supposed to be a heat wave. It's currently 83, 84 degrees. It's not that hot. It is actually really nice here in the shade. I wouldn't even think it's 80 degrees out there. Now, with that being said, it is just after 3, so we're probably already past the peak temperatures for the night. So we should have a nice comfortable night. But yeah, I'm gonna set up a tent behind me. When I get done with that, I'm gonna show you the area in general, just so you can see what the spot looks like now that it's summertime. And yes, it is officially summer as of yesterday here in the United States. And then of course they wanted to go ahead and hit us with a, like I said, a heat wave is what they're calling it. I don't think it's officially started yet, but I did have a severe heat warning for the area. But if it's going to be this is not severe. But anyways, if it does get hot, I got plenty of drinks. I've got my water jug, which has 12 liters of water in it, I think. I've got Gatorades to help replenish the fluids, that like the electrolytes and stuff that I might be losing and all that. But yeah, we're gonna have a good night. We're gonna do a simple setup. We're gonna just do the tent because we're not expecting any bad weather. So no tarp or anything like that. So I'll get that set up over there, and once that gets done, we'll have ourselves a drink and just hang out for a little bit. We got the tent set up here. Like I said, it's the Dune. I think it's the Dune 7.6. I don't know how Nature Hike gets his names for his tent. It's a 4-season tent. It's actually a hot tent. I have yet to put a hot stove in it or anything like that. Whenever I last used it, I used my little buddy heater to help keep it warm. This is a fairly big tent. It includes an inner with it. I'll actually take you inside there a little bit later on, and I guess show you what's going on in there. Yeah, so I got it set up. The original reason why I decided to use this one anyways, was because I knew it was supposed to be hot today. The original spot that I was going to go to, had the road been open, it was pretty much out in the open. So I was going to use this as a way to kind of get out of the sun. For those that are not familiar with this tent, on both sides, this part right here can be used as an awning. So if you take out a couple of poles or logs or something like that, you can actually make it so it comes out a little bit, so you have like a little shade to sit under. But yeah, so the original reason for using this one was just so I had like a place to sit that was in the shade, because I thought I was going to be out in the middle of like, not a field so to speak, but like a cleared out area that they had previously logged out. So it's just like a one big open pit type deal thing. But instead we ended up coming here, which is covered up with plenty of trees, plenty of shade. But still, we're using this. If you use just the inner portion of it, that fits 2 people. If you don't use the inner, I don't know, it could probably easily fit 4 to 6 people in it, depending on how you're setting everything up. Yeah. one of the other main reasons why I'm using this is because it has plenty of ventilation in it. So I'm hoping that's going to help keep it cooler tonight and help keep the air circulating along with the fans. Forgot to turn off the time-lapse camera. But yeah, I'm going to finish setting all my stuff up. And when I get that done, we'll come on back and just hang out for a little bit. Alright, as promised, I gave everybody a little panoramic view of the area just to see what it looks like currently during the summer months when it's green instead of white. This area right here is actually where I had set up my tent. When I came here during the winter, I actually used this fire pit as well. It was all covered in snow, made cool little ice crystal formations in there. I will have to clean that out before I leave because somebody left a plastic bag in there. Also, somebody had built this little tripod and they used a lanyard. So I will take this apart so I can get rid of this lanyard so it doesn't get into the oh, there's a little spider in there. So it doesn't go into, you know, the woods and take forever to biodegrade and something eats it that's not supposed to. I'll find a new home for this little spider guy. I don't know if you can see him in there or not. He's right in that general area. But these sticks I'm actually going to use to help start my fire later tonight. So I'm going to have to cut them up so I can use them as a starter. The good thing about here is, like I said, if I do need some wood, there's plenty around here, especially back there. It's already been cut down. All I got to do is just chop it up into smaller pieces and put it in there. So I actually might do that. I might take some of that. I might take one of those logs, maybe chop it up, and use that in the fire. Hopefully it's not too wet. I'll have to check them out and see what it looks like. But these are definitely good. But yeah, let me go find a home for this spider guy, and then I'm gonna make a little something to eat. Welcome on back. Gonna get ready to make myself some dinner here. Got the fire going as well. Probably see the smoke coming across there while it's heating up to reach the smokeless stage. Let's get right across from my face. As you can see, I'm wearing sunglasses. There happens to be like a beam of sun coming right in from there. That actually makes it hard for me to see. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing started. I'm using the little griddle top. That's what I was looking for earlier today. But I got the griddle top on here now, and I'm going to get that warmed up, and we're gonna make dinner. Tonight I'll be having a little bit of salmon that I happened to get probably a couple weeks ago. Usually we go to Sam's Club and we get like the big old fillets and then cut it up. Just happened to have an extra one. Normally whenever I cook this at home, this is another one of those things I'll cook in the sous vide cooker and then hit it on the stove to get it nice and browned. But today we're not doing that. We're just going to fry it on this griddle top. Don't really know how long it takes to warm that up. I also know I don't really want it to be super hot. I meant to bring a metal spatula, but unfortunately I forgot it. But I happen to have that one in my kit. So hopefully it doesn't melt too bad. This is already seasoned with Old Bay, but I think I have Old Bay in here. I remember buying it and using it for some fish a while ago. Yeah, okay, there it is. Just in case I need it. Originally, I was going to go out last weekend. But I didn't end up going out. But had I gone out last weekend, I was going to do a couple of cheeseburgers on this thing to kind of break it in, see how well it works. But instead, we're going to do fish. Put that in my dirty dish bag. Alright, everything is done. The salad I had made at the house before I left. And then here's a close-up of the salmon here. Let's get that first bite. I like it when it has I like the nice seared top here. Gives it a nice little crunch. Give this a quick taste. All right, overall everything's pretty dang good. I'm actually going to eat. Who knows, maybe I'll give you guys a far away shot so you guys can actually hear some of the nature sounds while I eat. But yeah, so I think I'll do that. I'll kind of sit you guys up away, like a ways away, so you can hear the wind blowing through the trees, the birds and all that stuff, and whatever else might be out there. I'll let you guys get that for a couple minutes, and then I'll actually bring you guys on back a little bit later to, I guess, kind of just discuss what's going on in life lately. All right, we are back. By we, I mean I. I am back. Um, just got done eating dinner probably about an hour ago. Uh, since I do have some cell phone service out here, I was um, watching some YouTube videos and listening to some music and stuff like that. Um, Drinking a beer. I found this in my beer fridge. I have a couple of these left over from, believe it or not, the last time I was here. Um, Basically, it's a pure coincidence because I did not intend to come here tonight. I was going to go someplace else, but a lot of the trails are closed off still. I don't know if that's just because they're not opening them up, um, you know, because of all the defunding that's going on for like national, or I guess the federal employees and stuff like that that work in like the forestry services and stuff like that. Maybe they don't have enough people to open them up, or they're not opening them up because they don't want to monitor them. I don't know. But yeah, several of my trails that I was using last fall are still closed. I figured they were just closed for the winter, but they just haven't opened back up. So that's why I ended up coming out here. I was actually maybe looking for another spot to go to, but as I was going down one of the trails, I kind of got into like a spot with a bunch of cabins. I think this is an area that's a combination of federal slash private land. But yeah, as I was driving down one of the trails, came across like 3 or 4 cabins kind of all grouped together. So I turned around and came back this way. Just decided to stay here for the night. I mean, it's a gorgeous area. Once again, though, there's a road that's kind of close, but at the same time, that particular road there is nowhere as busy as the river road from a couple weeks ago, where people are just constantly driving back and forth. But overall, it seems like it's going to be a pretty good night, pretty nice night. Like I said, there was a severe heat warning for the area. Yeah, like the severe heat warning has gone away now. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be a high of 88 here. Monday it's going to peak at 90. It's going to probably be very similar to where I live at as well. I'm glad that we. Oh, this says I'm in a completely different spot. But still, same temperatures. So where I live at in the Pittsburgh area, we're gonna have some high temperatures going on through next week. I am definitely glad that we replaced our furnace, but also with the replacement of the furnace, we decided to add a central air unit to our house. So now we have that as well. Last couple of years we've just been using window units. I can already tell, at least from like where I work in the basement, which is like where my office stuff is at, and I work. It's where I work at from Monday through Friday. Also edit videos and play my video games and all that stuff. Last couple years I didn't have an air conditioner down there or anything like that, or anything to cool it other than a fan. And you could tell during like those peak months, July, August, it was definitely hot down there. But so far, just a couple times we've had to crank on the AC. It's going to be a game changer down there this summer, working and all that stuff. So I'm not going to have too many issues down there. Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice summer down there in the basement. Also was walking, taking some pretty big steps. Like he'll go from like the entertainment center to the couch and all that stuff without stopping. So that's exciting. 2 weeks from now, I'll be heading to my home state in Michigan for about almost a week. Not quite. I have to go to work on a Monday after 4th of July, so we won't be leaving until that Tuesday. But with that being said, with how I typically post videos, basically I'm doing another 3 weekends in a row of going out somewhere. So there's this weekend, next weekend, and then 4th of July weekend I'll also go out. Like you'll see this video this coming week, so what, June 24th or something like that, 25th, whatever this Wednesday will be. And then I'll film the next one, which you'll see just before 4th of July weekend. And then, or maybe during like maybe the week after 4th of July weekend. And then I'm going out so that way, because typically with how I film, like I would be filming on the week, like the weekend that I'll be coming back from Michigan. So I'm going to go out for the 4th of July week, so I have that video for the week after the vacation. I don't have to worry about trying to film anything in Michigan. With that being said, when I am in Michigan, I will be filming things, of course, like vacation touristy type stuff. But if you're interested, like where I'm from is like farmland and stuff like that. It's 6-7 miles from Lake Michigan, so we'll definitely be heading to Lake Michigan. Probably looking at a couple of lighthouses that are out there, going to the sand dunes. So if you want to see something like that, let me know, and I'll maybe post it as like a bonus video or something like that. Because it's not, like I said, it's not gonna be me camping or anything like that. It's just gonna be me doing video of that particular thing. So yeah. So we'll definitely get that ready, or get that, like if you want to see it, just let me know, and I can post some stuff about it, or some video clips of it. Yeah, so Kelso's gonna meet his grandfather, and I guess depending on who else shows up, maybe some cousins, great aunt, great uncle, things of that nature, great uncles, people like that. Like I said, if the paths cross, during that time frame while we're there. Yeah, so it should be a busy but fun, basically 6 days. 6 days, just because of the fact that my work is based on seniority, so if somebody's taking that Monday after the 4th of July off, unfortunately, I have to go to work. I did think about going to Michigan that weekend, and then since I do work from home, I have all the stuff, but I don't know if I can trust anybody else's internet connection. If I were to go up there and then go to work for the day, plus with what I work with is like, personal information, I can't really be lugging that around with me. So it's probably best if I just stay home and go to work that day. But yeah. Good morning, everybody. I slept incredibly well last night. As a matter of fact, I slept so well that I actually overslept. Normally I get up around maybe 6, 7 o'clock on these trips and start packing up and heading out. It's currently just after 10 o'clock. So in an effort to get myself home as quickly as possible, I'm gonna pack up everything real quick, get it in the truck, and then if I need to sort it out whenever I get home, sometime later on, either today or later this week, I'll do that. But yeah, right now I'm gonna get everything packed up in the truck so I can get on out of here. Alright everybody, I'm packed up, cleaned up, ready to get out of here. I'm gonna head on home, hopefully get back here at a decent time. Thanks for stopping by and watching the episode. If you did like what you've seen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all the little gizmos and gadgets that come on YouTube. I still have the goal of, once I get to 500 subscribers, to do a stealth camp. So if you guys want to see me do a stealth camp, another reason, hit that subscribe button. Also, you know, tell your friends and all that as well. But yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here, and then I will see you on the next one, which for you guys is gonna be 2 weeks after this video, but for me, I'm going out again next week. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day.